Hey, let kids have Alicorn Princess My Little Pony OCs. Let kids have Rainbow Blood fan trolls. Let kids have Neon Kawaii Sparkle Dogs. Let kids have emo edgy creepypasta OCs. Let kids have canon OC pairings. Let kids express themselves. I need to redo that. Let kids express themselves. Recently on Twitter, I've been seeing a lot of people standing up for kids with OCs that people consider bad or cringy. And hell, I'm glad. You right there. You watching this video, assuming you're an artist. Think back to your first OCs or fan characters and try and say that they were 100% well thought out, developed characters with a perfect balance of flaws and strengths and weaknesses and had an entirely rational and detailed backstory. You didn't. You may now, but you didn't when you started out, and that's alright. Christ, that's the fun of starting out. You can do whatever you want and express yourself and have fun with making OCs and fan characters even if they're considered cringe. Let me show you my first OC. I don't have any art of her that I drew saved, sadly, but I do have fan art and commissions of her. She was a hot pink eyesore Powerpuff Girls OC. Normally with Powerpuff Girls OCs you have to make 3, but I only made 1. She was the typical random character with no backstory or anything at all. But that was alright because I always think back on the character fondly. I had such a fun time with her and I got a lot of friends who were also into Powerpuff because of it. Thankfully, I never ran into anyone who called me out for having bad OCs and terribly bad art, and I'm thankful, because now I'm here and I'm pretty okay with my art. If something like this had happened, I'm pretty sure impressionable young Atari would have taken it to heart and would have gotten super self-conscious over her art and characters. But some people weren't as lucky as I was. In a text post from Tumblr talking about OCs, Bendy Jr. says, "Okay, I just wanted to add on to this post and say when I was about 8, I drew with my mouse and made edgy warriors OCs. I drew gore, which was just a cat bleeding from its eyes. I put unrealistic colors on cats, blah blah. People started finding my art and reposting it to bad art blogs and forums. One of my friends said, 'I have bad news about your art,' and linked me to a bad warriors art blog that had posted my drawing of Scourge, and I could see all the notes of people making fun of it. I tried to brush it off. I asked for it to be removed, but it kept happening, and people started leaving comments on my deviations. I started adding my art to bad folders on DA. I was being harassed as a very young child. At this point, I had been drawing every single day. I spent hours drawing my bad warriors art. It was the thing I loved the most at the time. And now, I still try every day. But it's so hard for me to post or share it, and I went through a long period of time refusing to draw because I remembered all the things people said about my art. It didn't help me. I maybe want to improve my art, sure, but on the level that now everything I draw looks bad to me. Every idea I have seems cringy to me. I'm terrified of people seeing my work because I'm scared people will make fun of it again. Making fun of kids does have real consequences. Not for you, of course, you get to laugh, but the kid doesn't. If you've done this before, then shame on you. Even if you just reblogged one thing from a Bad Warriors OC art blog, that's still enough to crush a kid's spirits. That's another thing, why do bad art blogs exist? Do you really need to verify how good you are by looking down upon someone else? What if you were on the other end of the situation? Like the post says, it's good for you because you get a laugh, but the kid doesn't. You can get entertainment and have fun without crushing a kid's spirits. I hope that someday there exists a platform where people can be supportive of each other. God knows that that'll never happen anytime soon, but it's a good goal to strive for. If you don't see anyone being a good person, then just be one yourself, as preachy as that sounds. An artist on Twitter gave me an idea to help start fighting back. If you run into a beginner artist, then surprise them with some fan art in their notes. It doesn't even have to be a beginner artist, it could be anyone really. One thing's for sure is that artists always love and appreciate fan art, especially the ones that don't get it often. It's a good way to spread positivity and kindness and it'll make their day. I wish I could make this video longer because I feel like I have so much more to say, but I just keep repeating what I've already said. Let kids start out and express themselves. They aren't going to be professionals the second that they put their pen to paper. Judging them and saying their art is bad and putting on bad art blogs or cringe comps is going to crush their spirits and may give them anxiety or major self-esteem issues and God knows what else. You can always get entertainment and joy through better means. You don't have to crush a kid's spirit. Anyway, before I end this video, I just wanted to say that I made a Discord server. I'm pretty active on there and so far there's only about 20 people. Those 20 people are actually really cool and supportive, so go ahead and come join if you want.